Hey.
Oh, how are we?
Yes, we are ready to rock.
Lovely to put a face to a voice.
Yeah. Are you happy with your choice, John? The blind date we have revealed Natasha.
No, it's not. We're getting a no. He's like, nah. He can get to hell.
It's cut you off.
That's an impressive collection you've got behind you there.
Oh, really? Do you think so?
Oh,
Very much?
And I have. That is a selection and a half.
Spent a pretty penny on that.
Absolutely. I've had to sell a few organs, so I put this.
Totally worth it.
Price for these.
It's great to have a Scot on board, have a Scot to chat to. You're our first Scot, funnily enough, Natasha.
It's good for us, but anyone else watching across the globe will be like,
I know.
Where's the subtitles option? So.
I know, Paul, what happened with that translator?
I know, yeah. He backed out when he heard our other videos. That's not even worth it. Even I can't translate that.
I don't know what I'm saying myself half the time, but that's just a given. Nobody understands this. Not even me.
Yeah, it's a funny look you get from people with the Scottish accent, isn't it, Natasha? When you open your mouth and you get that blank stare, and it's like, this is not going anywhere, basically. Is it?
Yeah, I get that before they hear the accent. She's a bit weird. I'm like, well, take it as I am, darling, or not all.
It's blind date. You can't be choosing. You've just got to take what you get, Natasha.
Scylla. Scylla would be my choice.
John can be Scylla.
I'm not going to hear for it. Fuck.
I know. How's things, Natasha? How's things out in Edinburgh? You guys doing all right over there? We've not been out for a while.
Yeah, we're all right. I like having a little vodka in the house and a dance anyway, so yeah. It's good. It's good. I mean, I'll be glad when this is all over. Whatever that is, but yeah.
Well, we're into phase 2 now, aren't we? So hopefully we're kind of nearing the end of it. It's getting there slowly but surely.
Hope so. You just never know with these things. So positive vibes.
So how's your lockdown been anyway? Enjoying yourself?
What's that?
How's your lockdown been? Have you been enjoying yourself? Keeping yourself busy?
Much as I can, yeah. I've been working on music, trying to be creative with the times. So yeah. Hopefully something that's not too terrible will be produced off the back of this.
Natasha, can I ask a lady's honest opinion? I'm debuting this hat for this chat especially.
Awful. No, I'm joking.
Can we rate it out of 10?
Put it away.
Send it back. No, I'm joking.
I was going for a bit of an MJ meets Venice.
I like the grey number with the black band.
It's all right.
Yes,
I thought I'd scrub up and make a bit of an effort. We've got a lady present tonight. What would you rate it out of 10?
Out of 10? No, it does suit you. It does suit you.
My good lady friend bought me this one. She didn't buy it for this, but I thought it's a good opportunity to try it out.
I'll give it an 8.
Oh, I'll take that.
A generous 8. No, I don't mean that. Not a generous 8. I'll give you an 8.
John, you need to beat that. You need to get a new hat on next week.
No, I'm just rocking the bald head look. I told you look beautiful in that hat earlier on, Mike. Could you not just accept that?
No, sorry, I don't trust your opinions in anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I thought I'd try it. Why not? In lockdown, a couple of new hats. My girlfriend treated me to a couple of hats. I thought, why not?
Oh, she's a keeper.
She really is. She really is.
Would approve.
What's that?
Scylla would approve. You wouldn't need Scylla in this situation.
Yeah.
Found the perfect match.
If your special lady friend buys you a nice hat, she's a keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind. I'm joking. No, yeah.
I think maybe we should ask some more sensible, serious questions first, because I think this is going to go kind of chaotic pretty fast, to be honest. So maybe we should ask you some serious, get the ins and outs out the way.
Mm-hmm.
What do you reckon, John? You want
let's go for it. So how long have you been DJing for, Natasha?
Oh God, let me think. So it started when I was 21 and I'm going to be 29 in July. So it's been 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what made you get started with it? What kind of inspired you to get into DJing?
Well, my dad has been a serious record collector and DJ. So I was brought up in a household that was full of music, but it was only later, like after my teens, early 20s. I was just, I don't know, one day I just had this thing. I went up, it was actually in Edinburgh, there was a night called Ladies on Rotation, and went along and I seen all these female DJs and I was like, I know this music, I could do that, I want to do that. And from that, it just prompted this whole journey. And to be honest, I never expected this to go as far as what it's went. It's grown arms, legs, heads, whatever. I didn't expect that, but that's what's just happened, and I'm grateful for it. So and you know, the thing is, it's a constant learning curve. And you know, the DJing then went into production, and production's been a very big focus for me, especially with the lockdown. It's just been a continual journey, and it's been a lot of fun. So constantly learning, constantly growing, and meeting new people along the way. It's been great.
Yeah, talking of meeting people, you've some of the pictures you put up, you've met some legends, haven't you? Who would you say is your favourite?
Well,
you've brushed shoulders with the best of them.
Oh well, I've brushed shoulders with my hair. No, Linda Clifford. She's an absolute angel of a woman. She's great. It's been a few. I've been very lucky. Great
opportunities. Yeah, great opportunities through the music.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yep. You can definitely tell that. Has it always been the focus for the disco and funk-based stuff, or were you just into more kind of house in general, and this whole resurgence has inspired you? Or just
to be honest, my first love would be like modern soul. So when I say modern soul, I'm talking about 70s soul. So soul, that sort of movement that came off the back of the Northern Soul thing. So that was what I was brought up with from my dad. And I've always had a love for that sound, and I love disco music. So disco is my first love. House would be secondary. So even though a lot of the stuff I produce is more on a disco house kind of side of stuff, the original disco is where my heart lies. You know, that's the stuff I love.
Yeah, because you seem to drop in a good mixture of the two, don't you? Yeah, I was watching some of the live streams. You've just got
balance.
Yeah, that's like a true DJ. That's a real DJ right there.
Yeah, I like to keep it interesting where I can. You know, again, it goes back to the whole saying I've taken people on a journey. I don't want to be a one-trick pony. So, you know, you could do a whole set of disco stuff, but after a while, people want a change in the frequency. They want a change in what's going on. And if you show that, then, you know, it's going to make it more interesting and more engaging instead of just one note. I don't want to be one note. I want, you know, to take people on a journey when I can. And that's really my primary goal with it.
Yep, definitely.
And how was it you made the jump over to the production from the DJing?
Do you know what? It felt just like a natural transition because I was playing music out and I was listening to music, and, you know, it struck me. I was like, I wonder what it would feel like to create something and play something that I've actually had creative input and I've made to a crowd. So it's a natural step. So it's something that I've done courses, I've learned how to produce, I've spent endless hours in studios, endless hours on Ableton, and, you know, it was just a natural progression. And you know what, to be honest, I'm so glad I did it. I love it. It's addictive though.
Yeah, there's a lot, many hours lost.
Inside a block, because otherwise it could be dangerous, because you could end up glued to a computer for hours.
Yeah. Like us, like me and John right now, basically. A bit like that.
I'm glued. I'm like, the computer.
It's between that and like looking at pieces of gear that you want to buy and stuff as well, like the next kind of synth and all that you want to get.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think this hat was born from isolation. My girlfriend browsing online too much, you know, that's the kind of thing. These are the things you end up with, Natasha, when you sit in the house for too long.
Keep all your vital organs. That's my word. Do not sell any kidneys.
They might come in handy.
It's the voice of experience there.
Livers and kidneys. What do you need that for, you know? We'll get by, we'll survive.
What's a liver? Who needs that?
Scots don't need that. What about the Ghetto Disco Records then, Natasha? Did you begin with that and then progress into other things, and then did you just feel inspired to rebrand it and relaunch it then? What was the story with that?
Well, basically, Ghetto Disco Records is actually a joint venture between me and my father.
Right, right.
Label that we run together. And I put out, there's been 3 releases on it. So we started with Serge Gainsbourg, and then I put out 2 of my own releases. So it was reworks-based stuff.
Yep.
I'd put together, during isolation, I'd put together an EP, but this is all original material. This isn't sample-based stuff. This is stuff that I've written the music for.
Yep.
And I thought to myself, I was like, well, I know I like it. Other people might not like it. So if I put it on my own label, at least it's going to get out. So, I was like, what a good way to relaunch the label. So I'd been toying with the idea of relaunching it. Just, life gets in the way. My mum and dad are based between Cyprus and Philadelphia. So in terms of trying to relaunch the label, my dad's usually in Philadelphia or at the other side of the world. So trying to, sort all that, and then I put together this EP, and I thought, you know what, this would be a good opportunity to relaunch. And there was something missing. I thought, you know what, I need there's something going on here. I need to, I miss doing this, and it gives me a chance to put out stuff that's crazy that maybe nobody else will like. It's the creative freedom of it, and that's what I love about running a label, is because with my style of music, I don't just have one genre that I'm specific to. I create and I go with the creation. Yep. I don't set out to, I'm going to make a disco record or I'm going to make a house record. I will literally sit at the computer and I'll produce, and it's whatever I'm feeling or going through at that time. That is the way I work. Yep. So it can be a blessing and a curse, because when you listen to any 2 things I make, nothing really sounds the same.
I don't know about you have a sound.
Really have, it just depends where it's going. But yeah,
it's from the heart. From the heart.
Well, I hope so.
For the soul.
I've got one. I sold that to get one. So it's really about I just go with what's feeling creative and what's right at that time. This EP has been something that's been a product of lockdown that's given me a chance to actually focus on something. And so this is a way to relaunch. We wanted to do like a rebrand on the logo, everything, just give it a fresh look. And just go for it, and
like
it's all about having fun. It's about having fun and doing something that you love. That's the fundamental thing for me. Are you enjoying yourself? Are you having a good time? Is it creatively what you want to do? And all the answers are yes. So it works for me.
Yep. I think people are desperate for uplifting music right now, aren't they? It's a real need just for kind of something to be uplifted by it. Like as Michael Gray was saying last time, we're not looking for the club music quite so much, the underground stuff. We just want to be a little bit of salvation, a little lifty.
Happy, uplifting vibes.
Yeah, that's it.
Want to put your head in outer space? Well, I'll take you there.
That's the way. Yeah, I love all that.
Sounds like you've been quite productive throughout the lockdown then. Like you've managed to make it into something quite positive and made some of those significant strides with what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I've got another project I'm working on, which is a collaboration. So I've got friends in Miami, and one of my friends, Tommy, who's a trumpet player, and I've got a singer, Bella. We're actually working. So on the smaller picture, we're working for a release, a track release, and then the bigger picture, we're looking towards an album. So we've been working remotely with each other, so sending stems back and forth. I've been doing the backing music, Tommy's been on the trumpet, Bella's been singing, and this is another project that's ongoing, which has been really exciting. We got back one of the first tracks that we've put out, and I'm not biased, but I'm pleased with the results. We all are. Well, we'll see what the public thinks, but
look forward to hearing that one.
Yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good. It's been a great time to actually have a chance to sit down, reflect, and focus on making music. Because normally I'm on one plane or another, or somewhere else in the world.
Brushing shoulders with the celebrities.
Brushing shoulders. No, I literally, it's been good.
Yeah, I think it's just a little moment of calm. I think, I know it's a bit chaotic outside the house. At least in the house, it's a little more calming.
Chaotic everywhere for me.
Yeah, I don't know what your house is like, Natasha. Maybe it's a bit crazy.
Even though it's just me here, it's still chaotic. I have to deal with this myself. No, yeah, but it's good. This project I'm really excited about.
Yeah, nice one. Looking forward to that.
Big plans for this. Big plans. So
brilliant.
I'm going to keep on it.
Mm-hmm. Any idea when that's coming out? Have you got a kind of an idea when it's going to get released and stuff?
Not yet. It's just one of these things we're continually, like, we've got one of the first tracks back, but we're going to build it. But this is opening a whole other door with production. Okay. You know, the singer we've got is fantastic. She's unbelievable. She's actually got like a vintage style to her voice, which I absolutely love. Tommy's very talented at what he does. And just having a team of like-minded people and collaborating and all being on the same wavelength, that's what you want, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's been good. Been good. Really, really fun. I'm always looking for new projects and things like that all the time. So it's good, yeah.
It wouldn't be right to talk to you, Natasha, and not talk about your cat, I guess, or your name. Tell us about the name and tell us about
Oh, my baby. So, Atlantis, my boy.
Atlantis.
My young boy.
My boy, Atlantis.
My baby. Atlantis is a Persian cat. He's a blue Persian. The name I didn't actually give him.
Right.
So I toyed with different names before I got him. Mm-hmm. So there's a breeder I went to get him. So my mum had a friend that had Persians all her life, and she was like, these cats are so lovely, they're so chilled out, this would be good because you need somebody chilled out because you're a rocket. Okay. So, something
to ground you
down a little bit. I was like, yeah, that sounds lovely. So got Atlantis. When I think of some of the names, I'm so sorry, Atlantis. If you're listening, please forgive Mother.
He's always listening.
He's always watching, always judging.
Yeah, he's got that face.
Oh, he has. Rest in bitch face is Atlantis. But it's true. It's absolutely true. He learned from his mother. So he originally at one point was going to be called Louis after... I love Anne Rice. I love vampires and all that nonsense. Yep. And Interview with the Vampire, Louis is one of the main vampires. Then I wanted to call him Larry at one point after Larry Levan.
Larry?
I was like, I can't call a Persian cat Larry. It doesn't...
You so should have called him Larry.
He doesn't look like Larry, because when I think of Larry, I think truck driver. I'm like, my cat does not look like a truck driver. Even though Larry Levan wasn't a truck driver, don't misconstrue my words, but you know what I'm getting. I was like, I can't Larry, you're too fabulous for that, even though Larry Levan was fabulous. I don't mean that. But the breeder had said, you know, we're giving all the cats names of like different water elements, and we've called this sweet guy Atlantis. And I was like, oh, I love it. I was like, that's the right name.
That's excellent.
I kept it. And it's not changing. He knows his name.
John, if I get a cat, I'm going to call it Larry. Don't worry. Don't worry. That name will not be lost. Little Larry.
I might have to fight for his place amongst those guinea pigs, though.
That'd be a bloodbath.
Literally, big grab. No, Atlantis, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. Right now, so he's not actually here with me. Otherwise, I would be like, "Oh my God, look at my cat!" The whole thing would have been, it'd have been
a mess. That drink would have been spilled all over the table, all over the laptop.
Never waste a good drink. Never. Take up a steady hand when it comes to the vodka.
Oh, brilliant. Your love of space as well, Natasha. I've got a bit of a question for both of you guys, John as well. Maybe you can get involved in this one. So if we beamed Spock into the Zoom chat right now, and he said, Natasha Kitty Cat Knutsens, you're just what we are looking for the next to join the fleet. Right now,
I'm gone.
Pack your bags. Leave Atlantis. Leave Atlantis behind.
Wouldn't even pack the bags.
No, to be honest, I think you need to be the cat as well, and it's a no deal.
Oh, has Atlantis got to ride the ship?
The cat's coming with me, or it's a no go. It's a no go.
That's got to be written into the contract.
What's that, John?
That's got to be written into the contract. The cat comes too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That honestly, being
so you would go, Natasha. You would just up ship and jump right now. Take the Atlantis, but leave everything else behind and go for it. There's no. It's not a return journey.
No, I'd go as long as I had Atlantis. Atlantis is a deal breaker for me.
Yep, and you can play disco in the cosmos. Oh. What about you, John? John, would you up and go right now? No return ticket, just out the door.
That's a tough one. Could stay here in Paisley, or I could go out and explore the universe. That is a tough call. Tough call. I'm staying in Paisley.
I don't know what Spock would have seen in us to go, to be honest. This is probably like, I don't know what he got from this conversation. He's definitely seen good things somewhere.
It's like, oh, she's got a fringe similar to mine. I'll maybe have a conversation.
Body double.
But yeah, no, I'd go. As long as I could take Atlantis, I'd be out the door.
Have you ever taken Atlantis out with you to any of your gigs? DJing?
He's a domestic cat. He's a house cat, but he can't come to the gigs.
Yeah. Need little earmuffs. Little ear defender.
Like that. It's this loud noise. Although one thing, and this is no word of a lie. So when I come through here and I'm playing records and I'm playing music, my cat generally has disregard for everybody. Never offense if you ever meet him. He's just like that. But he will come in, he'll jump on the bed and he'll lie down and he'll listen to everything I'm doing.
All right.
I owe it all to you, Atlantis. It's all you.
Forget the music, I know.
It's all about the cat. Yeah. Not this one, the other one, the fluffy white one. That's not me.
Yeah, just had to ask that. Just had to double check what you would think about that situation. But I hope Atlantis would survive. If he couldn't survive an Edinburgh club night out, he might not survive the trip to the moon, to be fair, but we could give it a go.
Outer space. He's not from this.
Oh. Taking him home?
Exactly. Taking home.
So just going back to the music briefly.
Hi, John Grounders. John.
You've DJed kind of around the world. You've had quite a lot of gigs and seen a lot of places. Where's been your kind of highlight to DJ? Do you think the best gig you've kind of had so far? The one that's kind of stuck out for you?
Oh, well, I tell you one place I absolutely love. So I love New York.
Oh, okay.
House of Yes in New York was special for me. And there's also another nightclub in New York and Brooklyn called Katt, and oh my god, this was a Thursday night and the place it's just unbelievable. You know, the diversity, there's so much creativity, it's just incredible. And another place last year that I went that was a real standout for me was Brazil. So Sao Paulo, my friends that run Heavy Love, they were just, oh my god, it was magical. It was in this mansion in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere.
That's terrifying.
Sounds a bit like a horror movie.
Well, if I'm involved in it, it's a horror movie. So it's literally in the woods, in the middle of nowhere, mansion. This building had so much history, and there was all these people there that loved disco music. It was spine chill. It was amazing. Loved it.
Brilliant.
Loved it.
That the best gig then? One of the best gigs? That'd be cracking. I'd love to.
Absolutely, yeah. The thing is, it's so hard to pick one because I've been fortunate enough that there's been so many experiences that I've had that have been really, I'm very lucky. And that's one thing, I'm very grateful for every experience I get because, you know, I've been very lucky and very fortunate to do what I love and love what I do and get to travel the globe doing that. That's a special thing. So I'm
sure there'll be many more experiences to come as well.
Here's hoping, unless I've dried out by the time this lockdown lifts.
Yeah, dried your liver out, but
here's when I've washed up.
Guys, I need to say I'm really desperate to unveil this game show idea. Natasha, you up for this? Are you ready for this?
Oh, you know me, right? Let's go.
It was kind of John's idea to kind of create something like this, and then my girlfriend came up with the idea of a scavenger hunt, and I just like to make things, to be honest. I started to make a board and stuff up here. I was a bit bored last night, to be honest. It was called Disco Dash.
I've still not seen this yet. I'm really excited right now.
Even John's not seen this. It's a thing of beauty, John.
That should be on my feet ready, right? What's going on?
Can you see this here? I made this all night last night.
Looks like a nice one.
This one side. What is the price going higher or lower?
This is like as well. You ready for this, John?
Oh, it's looking colourful. Oh, right, okay. Oh,
like that.
I don't know if you can see it if you're there.
Disco Dash.
I can see some...
Disco Dash.
Oh, the Disco Dash.
Music, note, disco ball.
Yep.
Music, note.
You're not drunk enough.
Never. Let's see.
When I came back from my walk today, my girlfriend had actually put glitter on the disco balls.
See, that's a keeper.
That is a keeper.
I'll tell you this.
Glitter on the disco ball and the hat. It's knocking out the park.
It really is love. See if your partner isn't like glitter on your disco balls. You need to ask yourself, anyone who's watching this tonight, when you go back to your partner, ask your partner, will you glitter my disco balls? And if they don't, they're not.
I'm just going to text her just now. Just give me 2 minutes.
That is a keeper. That is a keeper there. But I spent the whole night I spent about half an hour on that, to be totally honest. I just sat with the rest of the night working on a song. Half an hour's worth of work right there. Disco Dash. So we'll give you 3 items. 3 items to dash for then, Natasha. You ready for this?
I am. I've got my Spock hand ready. Right.
Let me just get a little...
Right, yes.
Got to be as fast as you can. Fast as you can. It's all about the speed.
They probably help with a stopwatch up as well, isn't it? It's on here.
I'm not going to be the winner of this. I've made peace with that in my mind.
Let me just find the stopwatch.
Well, I've got a stopwatch here.
John, you want to do the job? I'll let you do the honours. I've handled the board.
All right, we'll do a wee 3, 2, 1.
I've handled the glitter balls. Right, you ready for this? So, Natasha, are you ready? We will give you your items. I hope you've thought about that quirky item that we asked you about as well. Quirky item with a story. Yeah, roughly. Right, John, you got...
I've got the timer ready.
Ready. You ready for this, Natasha? You prepped?
What should you get?
Go.
Hopefully you're not too drunk and you'll be tripping over things or anything like that.
I am not drunk. This is just me.
So we want to get... This is probably quite an easy one, to be fair. A fork.
Right.
A record and a quirky item with a story. Go!
She's really going to struggle to find a record in that room.
No, I didn't think this one through that, actually. Maybe I should change it. I'll try to keep it musical. How's that time looking, John?
We're on 12 seconds. We're on 12 seconds. It's ticking away.
Oh,
we're so quick. This is quick.
Record, and the quirky item was an actual record, but that was
bang on 20 seconds. 20.
Oh man, that's unbeatable.
I thought you were going to be going for about 4.5 minutes.
John, we didn't think this through, did we? Natasha, I don't think anyone's going to be beating that anytime soon. That's a hell of a score. That's a hell of a time.
You set the bar high.
Natasha, I've got your little tag to add to the board here.
I love it.
We'll talk about the
at the top. Thank you.
That's never getting beaten. I don't think it's. John, what was the time exactly? I want milliseconds here.
Oh, it was bang on 20 seconds. 20.0.
Jesus, that's some space shit right there.
It's the cosmos.
That is. You're one with the cosmos. Right, there you go, Natasha. You are the first on the board. The time to be beaten.
Don't tell anyone before you interview them the items, so that needs to be done. So quirky item was a record. Am I to...
that's a bit...
A Star Trek record?
It is, but...
Shatner?
William Shatner.
Oh,
that's got a story. That is a story.
Well, to be honest, it's quite an embarrassing story, but
that's the best kind of story.
We're all friends here, so...
No one's watching, don't worry. It's only us, Natasha.
Natasha, and then we've got William Shatner there. Yeah, it's quite an embarrassing story why I have this record.
Right.
Well, it's quite embarrassing.
Let's go for it.
John's waiting for this.
I have a severe needle phobia, and it's taken me years and years to get an injection because I'm so scared of, like it's a proper, like, when I say I'm scared, I'm terrified. Mm-hmm. And my mother chilled me up to the doctors. I was really, really scared, and nothing was going to make me do it. My mum said to me before I went in, she was like, if you go in, I'll get you a rare sci-fi item if you get the jag. And that was the thing that got me through getting the injection. And she sourced this. So it's literally like she got this record for me.
Wow.
And I took it to London to get signed by William Shatner when I was at London Comic Con. But it's literally a record and a comic book. But she found this. She found a whole collection of them. There's 5 different ones, but it's like from the original series, which is my favourite.
Right.
But that was the driving force of me facing a phobia, was my mother saying to me in the waiting room, I'll get you a vintage sci-fi thing. That was literally what made me get the drag. Because it's like when I say, you get people that say that they're scared of something. This is like a genuine phobia for me. Like, I've never given blood. I'm absolutely terrified of anything like that, like really terrified. And when she said that, and then when I went to meet William Shatner in London, I was like, I paid for this item. I went to the record. That was my item. Hopefully it's not too much of a...
That's a brilliant quirky item. I like that. That item and that score are going to take a lot.
That time is going to take a long time to beat that time. Jesus, that's light speed.
I probably shouldn't have picked the record, actually.
No. Too easy. I'm like,
it was.
Record, really?
Yeah. But how close are you to the kitchen? Because you got that fork pretty damn fast.
It's just here. This is the kitchen.
John, we need to think.
I know. You'd tell send the next person out for a pint of milk or something.
I'm going to go do my shopping. 2 metre distance and sit in the queue outside Morrison's.
I'll see you in about 7 hours.
See you next year, maybe.
No, it's been a pleasure. We'll not keep you too much longer, Natasha. It's been great. Thanks for taking time to have a chat, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you again soon. I'm just going to go speak to Spock right now, and we'll just arrange the spaceship to arrive, and we'll pack your things. We'll be over in 5, all right?
Scotty as well. Scotty's got a place in all our hearts here because we relate to that man.
Mm-hmm.
Scotty will be there outside your door, 5 minutes. Keep an eye out, all right?
Absolutely. Always.
Get Atlantis ready.
He's not here.
No, thanks a lot, Natasha. It's been a pleasure. We'll speak to you soon, all right?
These are fab.
Great, all right?
Sure.
Bye.
Bye.